Welcome back to the channel everyone. I hope you are doing absolutely well. CAT back with another video. So today it's gonna be the review of the Android 11 port for the Redmi Note 5 Pro. So without any further ado, let's now get started. So here's my Redmi Note 5 Pro running the Android 11, the most stable port, and which is like you can daily drive this thing. So I'll be talking about battery life and performance. I'll also be comparing it with Android 10 ROMs in the later part. So do watch this video until the end. I'll try to make this review short and simple over here because features are pretty much similar to Android 10 itself. There are a few Android 11 gestures over here which you have already seen, might have already seen online over there. So firstly, as you can see over here, all new power menu over here, power off, restart, emergency. That looks really cool. And talking about gestures, as you can see, Android 10 gestures itself over here comes by default. I didn't find on-screen navigation buttons, but it should be somewhere in the customizations. We'll have a look at it. So let me first show you the about device section before talking about anything else. So going into the about phone and the Android version. So guys, Android version, it says 11 over here, but tapping on this thing here it says Android 10. So I thought it's just like build.prop edit what developer has done, but no, this is Android 11 because all other applications like CPU-Z etc is detecting it as Android 11 itself, even Geekbench. Let me show you that really quick. So opening Geekbench, as you can see, it clearly shows Android 11 over here. As you can see, OS Android 11 there, and even in CPU-Z it's showing Android 11. System Android version 11, as you can see over there. API level is 30. So yeah, that's what it is over here. Talking about other stuff, it's updated. Security patches of July 5. Even the Google Play system update is June 1, pretty recent. Kernel here is like Xiaomi SDM 660. It says over here version is 4.4.226, and it's good, I should say, because the battery life is also not that bad when compared to other ROMs. So compared to Android 10 ROMs, this thing drains the battery a little bit faster. But yeah, this is Android 11 guys, the latest from Google till now. So this will be improved as time passes, so we need to wait for that. So talking about other stuff, digital well-being is over here, and it will show your current usage, today's usage. As you can see, PUBG is the most and all other applications too. And talking about Xiaomi parts, all the essential features are over here. The thermal balance is on balance. You can do it to performance or extreme battery, whatever you want. Mi Sound Enhancer, it works well. I tried it out. Also display color calibration is over here, but just don't do that without knowing anything. It's good, I mean the collaboration is good by default. So talking about other stuff, fingerprint, it's working fine. You need to wait for 1 second after locking the device. As you can see, fast enough. I should say fingerprint scanner is even faster than Android 10 ROMs, that's for sure. And talking about other stuff guys, like the display menu, as you can see, all the standard stuff is present over here, the night light etc. Night light also should work. This is the dark theme, by the way. I accidentally clicked on dark theme. As you can see, it looks really cool. It also turns all the supported applications into black, as you can see. So you can change the intensity of it from here. So I suggest you guys to keep it on low, because on extreme, as you can see, it's like too much. Somewhere here is better. Let me turn it off for the moment. Talking about other stuff like VoLTE etc, it's working absolutely well. Let me show you that really quick. VoLTE is working absolutely well. I have a Jio SIM in this one.
Welcome to Jio Kannadakagi.
As you can see, it's working absolutely well. You need to flash a patch, so I'll show you how to flash this ROM too. It's pretty simple like other ROMs itself. So talking about the performance in this ROM, let me show you my last Geekbench score really quick. So going into the Geekbench and history, as you can see over here, the multi-core score is 1175, single core is 274. Performance is not a big issue in this ROM, but there are slight lags here and there in the system which are not there in Android 10 ROMs. But as I told you earlier, with the upcoming updates, it will be improved. Performance will also be good. It's good itself now. Even the PUBG performance is really good, I should say. It's really similar to Android 10 ROMs itself. There are no lags whatsoever in PUBG. I played for continuously 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Extended usage, no lags whatsoever, but the battery drain is a little bit faster when compared to Android 10 ROMs. That's expected over here. Still, you can play PUBG on this one. That's really nice. And talking about the battery life till now, let me show you my battery usage till now. So going into the battery and the battery usage, As you can see, this is my today's usage. When I first booted ROM, it was somewhere around 73% of charge. I played PUBG, used Geekbench, YouTube, also camera application, it's not showing over here, etc. Now it's down to 28%. As you can see over here, it says 3 hours left as expected, and the battery is not that great at the moment, but still it's not like worst or anything like that. You can definitely use it as your daily driver, but you might have to put like 2 times a day for charging if you are using this ROM. That's what it is at the moment. Battery percentage is here, you can enable it. There are a few customizations too. As you can see, additional features, those features it says over here, hardware gestures, etc. I just don't use that, that's why I just didn't do anything to this one. Signal speed it says over here, and Android default. Okay, just don't touch all these things if you don't know. If you know, then you can do that. So I will not be doing anything to this one. Apart from this, there are no any additional customization options over here. This is what you get over here. As you can see, multiple users gestures are over here, a few gestures, here they are. Talking about the camera application, even the camera app is working absolutely well over here. As you can see, it takes pictures good, and it just doesn't open it because there is no any photos application over here. There are like minimal G apps installed in this ROM, so I downloaded YouTube, PUBG, even Play Music I downloaded it. You need not to flash any G apps with this one. So talking about how to install this ROM, Unlock bootloader must be there, and TW app recovery must be installed on your device. Then if you have that, you are good to go. Just reboot into the recovery. I will directly reboot it from here itself. Power button and volume up simultaneously. It's gonna directly boot into TWRP. This is the new boot logo that comes with this ROM, Redmi by Xiaomi. I have installed Pitch Black, by the way, Pitch Black recovery latest. So let me turn down the brightness a little bit, going into settings, brightness, and okay, now it's better. So once you are in the recovery, just go into wipe. Select on advanced wipe, select on Dalvik cache, substratum overlays, Magisk module, system cache, data, vendor and cust. So once you have selected this, just swipe to wipe. It will wipe all your system partitions, and if necessary you also need to format data by going into this, type yes and just format it if you want to, because like some users were encountering encrypted storage error. So if you have that error, then just you need to format your device. So that's why I recommend you guys to make a backup of your important files if you have it on your device. That would be really good. After you have done that, just go into install. So I have all the necessary files on my external storage over here, the pen drive. You can put it onto your internal storage or micro SD card, doesn't matter. So connect your external storage. You have it on, if you have it on external, then just go into install and hit on install. Select the storage. As you can see, it's detected properly. First you need to install this file over here. This is the actual ROM, 2020-712 R Beta 2 by Speedo. Speedo is the developer name. So hit on this one, select more zips, then just go into that patch file. So this is the patch file, guys, update R Beta version 1.3 over here. Hit on this one, then go into add more zip files, and then you need to flash Magisk if you want banking applications to be working. Without that, banking applications will not work. This is the Magisk version over here. Tap on this thing, select all these 3 files and just swipe to confirm flash. It will take a couple of minutes. After you have done that, just reboot the device, and once you have rebooted a device, install Magisk APK. I will have that linked in the description. Install that APK and reboot the device again. That's it, you are good to go. You have successfully installed Android 11 onto your Redmi Note 5 Pro over here. So this was a quick little video about installation and review of the Android 11 first ever proper port by Speedo on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also do follow me on Instagram, link is in the description or it's appearing somewhere on the display. This is all about technology 24/7. Signing off for the moment. You guys have a great day. Peace.